Today is not just an event, it's the ignition of our dream, the Automobile Club. Think of it as a start of a brand new ride, fresh, shiny and full of energy, waiting to speed ahead. So let's fasten our seat belts and get ready for the journey of innovation and passion. And I'm Saujanya and I'll be your host for today's event. So once again, I welcome you all to the brand new launch of KRM, the Automobile Club. Let's begin this wonderful journey by seeking the blessings of the gathering. So I now request our choir girls to join us in singing the prayer song. I request the gathering to rise up, close your eyes and join your hands for the prayer.
போற்றுதும் திங்களை போற்றுதும் கொங்கலதாச்சனி குளிர்வன் குறை போன்று அங்கனுலகளித்தலான் ஞாயிறு போற்றுதும் காவிரி நாடன் திகிரி போர்கோட்டு மேலு வளர்ந்திரித்தலான் மாமழை போற்றுதும் நாமணிவேலி உலகிற்கவன் அடிப்போர் மேலின்று தான் சுரத்தலான் ஓம் அசதோமா சகமய தமசோமா ஜோதிர்கமய பிரஜோமா மிருதம் தமய ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி.
Thank you girls. I request every question. I invite our co-founder Bharat Raghav to deliver the welcome address.
It's a proud moment for me to stand here as the co-founder of Automobile Club. The idea behind this club is very simple. It is to build a community of students who are passionate about engines and functioning of a vehicle, and to spread awareness about automobile in the engineering industry. Through this club, we will not only explore the science and technology behind the moving objects, but we also encourage designing and even create our own models. More importantly, we want this club to be a space for everyone, from beginners to passionate engineers who deem to be an automobile engineer and make something new. Before ending my speech, I would like to thank our respected principal sir. It was not possible without him, and his efforts is countless. I would also like to thank our club in charge, Ms. Preeti ma'am, for guiding us whenever we are confused or stuck in a place. And also a special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Vasanthan sir, for making his presence here and for not applying brakes on this team. And this is just the beginning. Let's go full throttle from here and exciting right ahead. Thank you.
Our respected principal is like a headlight on a dark road, guiding us forward with wisdom and vision. We are honored to invite our principal, Mr. Shivashakti Balan sir, to felicitate the guest of honor, to our chief guest, Mr. Vasanthan, Assistant Professor, Automobile Engineering, Anna University, and I also request our principal to address the gathering.
And as you know that headlight is getting this club. When Bharat was approaching me, I said, hey, already we have enough number, more than 15 clubs in our school. But it's totally not functioning up to the mark, right? So I said, what is the need for having too many clubs? And he is very much focused. Both of them, they are standing before the principal's room. We know about the principal's work, often we need to be answerable to various areas. So I have to hats off, thanks to their patience first of all. So with a lot of patience they are coming, approaching me again. First day they came to me with this idea. Then I said, no, you please bring the objective. What you are going to do? Then the next day they came with an objective. They said, no, what are the activities you are going to do? Then they came out with the action plan. So this is what the club has taught, right? So there is no meaning to have too many clubs. But what ideas you have. Now, when I was approaching the guest to head this event, his question is also very much similar that what are you going to do? What is your actual idea of running this club? My dear friends, you know that club is an informal way of learning, right? Sachini, can I request you to sit down comfortably, please? Right? So there is no meaning of having too many clubs in it. So actually we have initiated the media club. One of the director, he came and he has started. And that media students still they are active. I do not know today why they are inactive. They were being given a chance to cover this event. But, okay, anyway. But the previous events and all they have covered very nicely. Right? So, club is an informal way of learning. What you cannot practice within the four walls of the classroom, that here you are with a lot of freedom, with a lot of interest you are going to do that. Years back we have got an opportunity to visit BMW factory. Right? Children after they come back, the way how they excited, sir, this is like this, sir, that, sir. Afterwards we are trying in various areas including Royal Enfield. But due to security and safety reasons, we are not getting permission to visit those factories and that. Of course, in future it may happen. Friends, engineering. When we were the students, we had no other option than to go to either engineering or medical. But now we have the variety of options. Even in engineering, we have number of branches out there. Number of branches. So if you are choosing the right way of see, engineering is not just everybody is taking engineering, they are also taking engineering. Right? Indian University has got a tag saying that India is producing unemployable engineers, unemployable graduates. Is it so? Many times I used to say that I have nearly 11 engineering graduates working here as a teacher from kindergarten to 8th. We have teachers. They are all engineering graduates. We are the gold medals too. I used to ask them, why did you waste your parents' money? No, because to becoming an engineer, only the parents has to spend a lot of money. To become an engineer, nearly I think nearly 10 to 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs they have to spend. And all are from their parents' pocket, not from their husband's pocket. After spending so much of money, and are they utilizing their learning in the right way? To become a teacher, it's required some other thing. Of course, we are getting quality teachers with an engineering background, that is different. Even to produce an engineer, government is spending a lot of money, isn't it? But after finishing that, why they are changing their trade? That's a question mark. So often, even when the parents are asking me, I used to say, please look at your son or daughter's passion, what they want to do. That's why we are conducting an aptitude test here to find out your inclination towards which subject it is. Right? So just like that, my friend is joining in engineering. Just like that, my parents are telling that to join in engineering. If you join and if you are wasting your time and others' time, that's a sin, I think. Right? Anyway, this group, I think, is a highly motivated group. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Highly motivated group with an idea to become future engineers who are going to be the architects of this nation. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes? With that, let me also vouch the starting up of this wonderful club, unusual club, I could say that, right? And many schools they are not focused more on automobile engineering, but I'm really interested. If anything happened to my bike, I'll try to do at least to my bit, right? Once it has happened in my life, I was working in a school in Chennai. You may know that. Raja Namne. From here, every day I used to travel 18 kilometers and coming back 18 kilometers. One day something has happened to my bike. From Iga flyover. What is the flyover? Iga, near Iga. Something. Anyway, there I got my oscillator wire cut off. I do not know what to do. From there I was pushing my vehicle till my home because I didn't have money to do repair to find out the mechanic shop in there. I was just pushing my vehicle. So as soon as I reached my mechanic shop, A small boy who used to work in that shop. He said, "Sir, என்ன சார் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க?" A shock ஏண்டா? I have multiple degrees and ஒரு teacher. என்ன சார் படிச்சிருக்கீங்க? I said, "ஓ இல்லைன்னு சார் இப்படி என்னமோ he did something else. தள்ளிட்டு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண வேண்டியதானே சார் வண்டியை?" He said, "I was so shocked." I said, "I learned many things, but I became zero in front of a small boy who is about some 13 or 14 years old boy." That's what the knowledge is. Knowledge is not there in your degrees, your education, but how far you are practically applying your knowledge, that much your growth will be assured. And we have a wonderful person here, and I really know. Usually, I used to go and invite the guest in person, but he is so kind enough and said everything we did online. I called him few times, many times when he was busy. I have disturbed him. Assistant professor at senior grade level in MIT, automobile engineering, and his areas of interest are electric vehicle technology, automotive transmission, reverse engineering, vehicle body engineering, and his masters he did it in Anna University. Such a great person who has produced many engineers are sitting here with us, and he is very much kind enough to say that I am very much interested to talk with your children. Very rare, when you are attending a high profile, the people will not come down from here. But he is so considerate, so kind enough, and he has come from Rumbek. He started, I think, some 7 o'clock, and he has reached here. So such a great personality is sitting before you to share his knowledge and expertise with you on how this automobile engineering is going to serve. Every day different varieties of cars are coming. The person who has designed the T in Tata, the T symbol logo in Tata, he came here, and we have invited him some, I think 1 year back. He came here and he said, for that design itself, he has got crores from Ambani. Who is it? Ratan Tata. In Bombay, he was waiting there to meet with this design. Ratan Tata immediately after seeing that, he said he is okay, and he immediately gave him a check for 1.5 crore something else. Such a way, even for designing of a small part. See that how beautiful vehicles are coming with your taste. And powers, now EV has come. It's going to take over the world. So a lot of things that we are here to listen from our wonderful guest, Professor Vasanthan, Assistant Professor in Automobile Engineering in MIT, one of the popular and high-profile institute in Chennai. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Words truly inspires us. Now the spotlight turns to our chief guest. Their presence is like a premium fuel, adding extra boost to our journey. May I warmly welcome our chief guest, Mr. Vasanthan, Assistant Professor, Automobile Engineering, Anna University, and who holds the qualification in MIT, Anna University, and has 15 years of experience as Assistant Professor in Department of Automobile Engineering, Anna University, to say a few words to the gathering.
Congratulate his founders. Also, in a school, starting an automobile club is rare. So I'm also curious about this. That's why I accepted this invitation to see these people. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. So first of all, let me know what people are expecting from me. Please open up. What is your expectation? Without knowing customers' and yeah, please feel free, and you just ask what you are expecting from me. Yeah, please open.
Can you tell about your experience in this industry?
Okay.
please wait for you. You just ask anything.
Then only I know what is your expectation so that I can set up. Got it.
What inspired you to get into this field?
So, what career opportunities we could get from this automobile or engineering?
Okay. So the 3 questions.
What are the merits and demerits of
Getting?
getting into automobile?
Okay. 4 questions.
From when did you get this inspiration? From when did you get this inspiration? From when and where did you get this inspiration?
Anything else? Okay, I will move on with these questions, and later on if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay. Actually, I am native of Gopichekipalaya. My father was working with transport corporation. He is not an engineer. He just finished his 12th standard in old ESLC. He want to make me an engineer. Okay. I don't have that much awareness when I was studying 10th or 12th. Okay. Accidentally, I into the engineering field. I did my BA Automobile Engineering from IIT Europe. Now it is in Government College of Engineering Europe. So where we have automobile engineering. At that time, we have only automobile engineering in 2 institutes. One is an MIT, where I finished my PG in automobile engineering. So accidentally, I entered into this automobile engineering field. I did my UG automobile engineering, where I inspired by my teachers. All of my teachers are finished their degree in MIT. So at that time, I have an idea. I supposed to study my PG at MIT. So on that way, I entered into the MIT. So MIT now it is on 75th year. It started in 1949. So at least we have for batch, if you take 60 students, we have a 60 into 75. So with this much alumnus we are having. If you name the company, I will name the person who is working over there. So we have a lot of alumnus. So when I joined in this campus as an PG, okay, at that time only my inspiration starts. So I used to interact with our alumnus, okay, those who are working in the different capacity and different industries, starting from Magendra. Currently, the Magendra president is Mr. Velusamy, who is an alumnus of Anna University MIT campus, and we have a lot of people, those who are holding an higher post. That is the point of time I inspired. Then I decided, we're supposed to do something, okay, and we're supposed to convey the same to the society. That is an inspiration point for me. And in this case of automobile engineering, it is a kind of interdisciplinary. Okay, it is not still it is not mechanical engineering. It is something like it is a computer on wheels. So we need all the engineers in the automotive field. So where in the older days, if we need to transport from one point to another point, okay, we need a transport. In older days, the people, the humans used to lift the people on the shoulder, support of shoulder, something like a palak. Okay, then it is evolved. We evolved something like we try to use to animals, something like the horse or elephant or donkey or something like that. Okay, then we invented vehicles. Okay, so where something like a cart or pull carts. Okay, then we evolved with something like in 1904. The Ford invented a 40 model car. That is the first mass production vehicle in the market. Then we evolved a lot. Now we have something like, as I said, it is a computer on wheel. We need all the technologies, starting from automobile, mechanical, production engineers, computer science engineers, electrical, electronics engineers. We have a lot of sophistication in this field. In older days, normally we used to say in ABC, automobile is ABC. The meaning, A stands for accelerator, B stands for brake, and C stands for clutch. I hope you know. Okay, for accelerator we used to left leg or right leg? Right leg. Okay, for remaining two, clutch and brake? Yeah, please. So we have a three pedals, no? A, B, C. Accelerator, brake, and clutch. Okay, clutch for accelerator and brake we use one leg, and for clutch we use one leg. Correct? Correct? Or? Correct. So nowadays it is entirely changed. A stands for autonomous vehicles, B stands for battery electric vehicle, and C stands for connected vehicles. So entirely we evolved. Okay. So nowadays we are speaking about autonomous vehicles. So where we try to develop driverless cars. So we have some kind of ranges from SAE 0 to 4. Okay, the 4 is higher range where there is no need for drivers. So we are evolved. Okay. So and another question. Somebody asked some questions. I answered some questions. Okay, I will come to that. Later I will come to that. Okay. So, in older days, if it is an automobile, we used to feel it is, something like oily and sticky, something like that. And if you look it on the soft floors, okay, it is something like an messy. Nowadays, it is entirely changed. Okay, it's same like the software companies. If you look it in the companies are working environment, it is same like software companies. I witnessed a lot of companies. I used to visit regularly to companies. Okay, the most of the engineers are working over there. Okay, so let me explain. So I will answer your questions in a different way. Let me explain what are the steps we are following from conceptualization to, that means first initial stage to the final production of automobile. If, for example, if we need to produce a car, what are the steps in the company we are following? Okay, I will explain the steps, then you will find what are the job opportunities available over there. Okay. First, normally in the companies and OEMs, OEM means original equipment manufacturers, those who are producing a whole part of car, that is called OEMs. Okay. They used to start with the survey, market survey, customers' requirement. First, we need to know the customer's requirement, then only it is possible to produce a car. Correct? Okay. Let me know if you people have an idea to purchase a car, what is your expectation? Mileage. Okay, good. Mileage. So, if it is an conventional vehicles, IC engines, internal combustion engines, that is called mileage. Okay. If you put some amount of fuel, how much distance it will travel, that is called mileage. But in this case of electric vehicles, we use a terminology called range. Okay. If you charge the battery one time, how much distance it will travel, that is called the range. Okay. Mileage. Okay. Good. Then comfort. Okay.
Safety.
Good. Very good. Safety. Already have a lot of automobiles. Okay. Price from girls' side, of course, we have more job opportunities for girls. Currently, 15 girls are working, studying in my class. Almost 10 girls are got placed. Yeah, the companies are looking diversification, so the girls will get a job first than boys. So we have a good future in the field of automobile engineering. Okay. From girls' side,
That will be used simple.
huh?
Simple usability.
Simple usability. Okay. Good.
Space for luggage.
Space, comfort, space, luggage compartments. Okay. Okay. Performance. Okay. Sensors. Okay. Good.
Ground clearance.
Ground clearance. Okay. Good. Look. Okay. So whenever we, first point come to on the look. Whenever we used to purchase the vehicle, okay, the most of the cases, look is most important thing. So we have a, very big research team behind this look. We used to call it some styling. Okay, those who are having the a skill on the drawing, they have a good opportunity in automotive industry. We used to call this styling. The first stage of the design is styling. The outer, outer look, they used to draw it by pencil. We have a lot of softwares for this. They used to start with this, the look. Then they used to make like clay models or 3D printing models. How it looks like, that is most important. And of course, the people used to do a lot of research on the finish. Okay, it is something like the feeling. It is related to the feeling. Okay, if you look any vehicle, new vehicle, obviously we used to wish to touch and feel. We have a lot of research activities behind this. It is not a simple thing. A lot of engineers working on this styling. So we have more job opportunities in styling. Those who are having the art based, naturally some of the people may have art talent. They have more opportunities, and of course, as per my knowledge, it is a highly paid job in automotive industry. So IIT Bombay and IESC Bangalore offering the courses on this design, specifically on this styling. Okay. Then mileage, performance, sensor, safety, luggage compartment,
Prices.
space. Yeah.
Prices.
Huh?
Price.
Price. Of course, that is most important thing. Okay, price. Then
Top speed.
top speed. Excellent. Okay.
Acceleration.
Acceleration. Okay. Acceleration. Acceleration, the sense per second, how much distance it will travel. That is most important factor. As an engineers, we need to know the acceleration. Then only it is possible to design. Okay, then
Sound.
Hmm?
Sound.
Huh?
Sound.
sound. Okay, good. And sound, when we are speaking about sound, so in the ICE engines, normal conventional vehicles, we have more sound, no issue, where we have a muffler and all those things to cut down. But in electric vehicles, it is an issue. Okay, we supposed to give an additional instrumentation to give a noise. Otherwise, the pedestrians are not able to, receive the vehicle, whether vehicle is moving or not. So it is a mandatory rule. We're supposed to give some noise in the electric vehicle. Okay. Then sound. Then that's all. Features. Huh?
Features.
Okay. Then
Durability.
durability. Okay, good.
Reputation of the company.
Reputation of the company. Good. Good. Yeah, please. So the same thing they used to, a lot of engineers will do the same thing in the all over the world. Okay, they have some set of rules to collect the data, and they used to collect the whole data, and they used to convert this customer's requirement into engineering specification. Okay, so one guy told the top speed. Okay, top speed is a common word. Okay, as an engineers we need to determine what is the top speed of this vehicle, 120 km/h or 150 km/h. And acceleration, it is also an important parameter to design the vehicle. We need to determine how much acceleration rate we are supposed to need. Okay, if you look it on the brochures, we can find 80 km within 14 seconds or 15 seconds. If you find a time, you just go through the brochures, vehicle brochures, you will get a lot of data. That is more than enough to get a lot of information from the brochure. So you start with that. From there, you at the next activity you can do it. Bharat, you can collect some of the brochures and circulate to your friends. Okay, you try to find out what are the keywords available there. Okay, then try to explain it. And if you need any help, please let me know. I will help you to make it. Okay, that is the first initiative you're supposed to do, so that they will familiar with terminologies which is related to the automotive activities. The first step we used to do the survey. Okay, then we used to convert into engineering specification, design for specification. Okay. That is the first step engineers we used to do. Okay, we need to know what is girth and width of the vehicle and weight of the vehicle, ground clearance and all those things we supposed to fix it. And of course we need to fix what kind of body type it's supposed to have. Okay, it is a sedan or SUV or hatchback, matchback. Kind of based upon the vehicle, body shape we can classify into number of types. Okay. We finish that. Okay. Where the stylists have moved work. Okay. Then we need to, in the industry, they used to do the benchmarking, the process called benchmarking. That may be vehicle of a competitor or the own vehicle. Okay. We know the specification. Now we need to start to design the vehicle. We need to do the benchmarking. Benchmarking in the sense we need to know, we need to have the prior knowledge, prior research on this area. Okay. What is available, already available in the market. If you have some vehicle specification already available in the market, if you are producing a new one, it is no use. Okay, so we need to do a lot of research on that. Lot of companies, they are doing the benchmarking. Benchmarking is the most important thing. Okay, and some of the OEMs, they have their own benchmarking divisions, and some of them they go with third party. Third party in the sense they used to do the same that work only, that benchmarking work only. Okay, they used to go with them, and they used to collect all the datas. Okay, so that they can know, if I need the particular engine capacity, whether it is already available in the market or we need to produce new, something like that. They used to do a lot of research on this. Okay, that is called benchmarking. Okay, then we used to move to the next stage. It is called system engineering development. Okay, system engineering in the sense, not like in older days, there is no need to make a prototype in the initial stage itself. In all the developments will happen inside the room. That means we have sophisticated computers and labs. Okay, where we have a lot of softwares, MATLAB I hope you know MATLAB and all those things. It is multi-physics software. Okay, where we can simulate the different conditions. Okay, so same like the physical vehicle, physical automobile, we can make it in the system. Okay, that is called system engineering. Okay, normally we used to call it multi-physics models. Okay, so for example, if you need to mimic the engine, we have a lot of software to mimic the engine. Okay, in the system itself. Okay, we can give a lot of inputs and we will change the parameters and we will analyze the performance of the vehicle. Okay, it will happen in the system itself. Normally in older days, to develop a vehicle, it will take 36 months, 3 years normal period. Nowadays, most of the OEMs are producing the vehicle in 18 months. So you see how much change. It has almost of a 18 months. Okay, within 18 months starting from survey to final production market. So how fast they are working? So at least 4,000 to 5,000 engineers working on the area to develop the vehicle. It's not a simple process. Okay, we are looking for the outside mechanical components only. We are not aware of software, of how much software is involved and how much electronics involved behind it. It's huge. Okay, so nowadays we have a concept called software defined vehicles, SDV. We used to call it an SDV. Okay, it is something like our smartphones. Okay, all the features are available there. Whenever you need, you can just install the app and you can go with that. That kind of vehicle technology available over here. Okay, so then the system engineering model. Then of course they used to make a physics, something like models, 3D models. Okay, what you have 3D printers. Before that we have a software to make a exact the 3D models. Okay, with the help of that they used to do a lot of testing on that. Okay, that is called virtual testing. Okay, virtual testing. They used to do a lot of virtual testing. Once they are satisfied with that, then they used to go for making a prototype. Prototype in the sense same like a final kind of vehicle. Okay, the prototype. They used to make a prototypes in the different stages, not single prototype, different stages. Okay, what they used to do is when they are producing a prototypes, they used to test parallelly. They used to validate the already we have a virtual test results and we have original test results. They used to compare it. It is called validation. So we have most job opportunities in the validation field also. So one side we have a virtual
design, virtual testing. There also we have a most of job opportunities, and another side on road test. Okay, after producing the vehicles, they used to test it on the road. You witness some of the vehicles on Gamma pitch, covered vehicles, and they used to drive on the roads. That is the idea behind that is before coming to the market, they used to test it on the road. Okay, they used to capture a lot of data. Okay, nowadays, if you look at the vehicles, at least you have 20 to 25 ECUs in the vehicle. You can get a lot of data. Okay, really we have more job opportunities for the data science in automobile engineering. So we have a lot of data in the cloud and ECUs. Okay, so where we have more job opportunities to analyze and get results. Something like you put it like this. Okay, so nowadays, if you go to service stations, we don't have that much work for the mechanical work. Okay, because we have a system called OBD, onboard diagnostic tools. So just if you put a tool over there, it will show the results where and which sensor is not working, or which sensor have what problem with that particular sensor. It's just by replacing or tuning that sensor, everything okay. So normally we used to call this prognostics. Okay, so by using these data which are available in the cloud or in ECU, okay, nowadays the automobile engineers working on using the ML, machine learning or artificial intelligence, okay, data science. We are working on that to predict the problem, prognostic. We used to call this in prognostic before coming, to prognostic the problems. That's why the vehicle maintenance, vehicle service stations are computerized. Okay, just by plugging the OBD tool, it is possible to identify the problems. So we have more job opportunities in this service area also. As an engineers, we have more job opportunities in the area also. After the validation, as you said, normally it is called something like a V cycle. We used to call this a V cycle. One side we used to develop the virtual designs, another side actual test. So the test in the sense, the component level and the subsystem level and system level. System level in the sense, if you take the car as a whole system, okay, the brake is a subsystem. Brake, so you need some of the components and parts in the brake, that is called subsystem. Okay. Then we may have a component. Component in the sense, the wheel is a component. Okay, wheel is component, and we have a n number of subsystems, and system is an automobile. Okay, so in the industry they used to test the component level, subsystem level, and system level. So the system level, it is a huge test where we used to perform in Pune. There is an agency called ARRI. Okay, government sector. It is a central government agency. If you need to run the vehicle on the road, you're supposed to get certification from ARRI. So in Oragadam also we have a NATRI, test center called NATRI. So if you need to produce a vehicle and if you need to sell the vehicle on the market, you need to get a certificate from that agency. Okay, so we have a lot of regulations where we have homologation engineers. We used to call it homologation engineers. Okay, so we have standards. Okay, the companies used to produce the vehicles. Okay, that is an engineer who used to ensure it, whether it is matching or not. That is called homologation engineers. I know people, those who are finished the engineering, a lot of engineers, they are working over there. Okay, so in broadly, we have design phase, which includes from survey to design the vehicle. Then we have testing engineers. We need a testing engineers. Then we need a sales and after service engineers. So we split into 3 areas. So where we have scope and design engineers, we have a lot of scopes over here. So where we need to do a lot of invention and innovation, as people like you, young minds, supposed to do it. Okay, so we need that lot of invention. So where we need to use a lot of patterns. Okay, it is a simple thing. Making a pattern is the most important thing to safeguard our knowledge. Our intellectual property. Okay, we need to make the thing. Okay, whatever may be the small invention or whatever may be, but we supposed to do it. Okay, the pin what we are using in the tying the papers, we have a pattern. Okay, So far, you people are familiar with the Indulega oil cap. So where we have some different type of yeah, we have a pattern for that. They are earning. The person who invented that is earning a lot. Okay. So you just what you need to do is you just think out of box. If, for example, if I have a mic like this, why they have fixed this mic like this? Why not on this direction? Normally we have it mic like this, no? They fixed it like this. So that may be a reason. So there is an the triangle for anything. So if we have any part, that's supposed to be a function for each and every part, correct? So it is a triangle, okay? Function. Then we supposed to have a material. Some material. It is made up of some of the material, okay? Then the third one is geometry, okay? If you look at any part, for example, if you take this foam, okay, it's supposed to have some function, okay? Then it's supposed to have some geometry and of course material. Lot of materials involved in this, okay? So if you look at any part, you're supposed to look it on this direction. What is the function of this part? And what is the geometry of this part? Why you have this kind of geometry for this? Why not circular? Why we have a rectangle? Why not circular? Why not triangle? That will be some reason behind it, no? So you're supposed to think on the direction. You start to ask why. Always you start to ask why. You will get answer for that. Simple question. If you need to develop yourself, you're supposed to ask only one question. It is why. Just you ask why. Okay. So you will get answer for that. Okay. So if you look it on that one part, for example, if I have a pen over here, okay. So the pen has its function. What is the function of this pen? Right? In German, okay, if you look at any material and any part, okay, they used to give with the instruction sheet with the explanation what is the function of this part. Okay. Always they used to give it. What is the function? Without function, there is no part. There is no required part. So write no. Okay, write a letter, something like that. Okay. So in this thing, we have a number of parts. Of course, we have two parts. What is function of this cap and what is the part of this function of this one? Hold it. And what is function of this one? And in this cap itself, we have two parts. One is this area, another one is this. Okay. And this part, you have some features. Something like you have some projection over here. Okay. Always, all the pens have this projection. What is the function of that projection?
Not let the ink in the net dry.
No. I am speaking about this. In the cap, you have some yeah, you have, which will give one more friction. Okay, you have some projection over here now. So we have a part and we have a future. Future in the sense we have some kind of future over here. Like this, we have futures and lot of parts in every area. Okay, you just look it on the direction, so that you will get more idea what we need to do. Okay, so normally in engineering, we used to do this. We used to take a bicycle. Okay, just we used to dismantle it. Okay, and just we list out what are all the parts available, and of course we used to take pictures. Okay, and we try to find out what is the function of this part. Just start with that, you will get kind of enormous knowledge. We used to call it as reverse engineering. We have more job opportunities in the reverse engineering. I know some of the companies, those who are based near Sriperumbudur, only they are doing this reverse engineering. Per year, they used to reverse engineering in 4 to 5 cars. Of course, they are selling the data to the OEMs for the cost of 2 crores. And that too, they can accept, they can see the data, they can't able to download it. They can see the data. So they use this for benchmarking competitive vehicles and all the vehicles. They used to do this. That is called reverse engineering. So the reverse engineering is a kind of knowledge building tool. And And another activity to do it, okay, just take a bicycle. Okay, it's a bicycle is has a 200 years of history. Okay, it is the best power to weight ratio. Okay, it may have a weight of 20 to 15 to 20 kg. Okay, it will transport at least 100 kg. You just think over the power to weight ratio. If it is a car, at least it has 1 ton, 1000 kg. But we transport 120 or 150 kg. You think the power to weight ratio over here and the bicycle. So as engineers, we supposed to invent a kind of bicycle where we have a high power to weight ratio. If you reduce the weight of the vehicle, which will give an advantage to us. So that's why the most of the engineers working on the materials area, material science, physics. Basically, if you go to basic, so where we need a mathematics and physics, it's all about automobile engineering. If you know the basic knowledge on the physics, we can start with basic thing only. I know personally a lot of HRs, what they are expecting is basic only, not the advanced technology. They never touch upon the advanced technologies. They used to ask questions on the basic only. Okay, the companies what they are expecting is competency. Competency is a part of it is a combination of the skill, the knowledge what we are having, and the skill set what we are having, and finally attitude. The attitude is most important thing. If you are ready to learn at any time, they are ready to give a job. I know in older days the computer science people used to get a lot of salary. Nowadays, all the engineers getting the same salary. I know a lot of people, a lot of my students are working in a lot of OEM in various positions. They are most getting the same salary. Okay. It is an the older myth is if you are studying computer science, you will get a good job and you will get an white collar job, something like an AC room. It is not true. As of now, all the mechanical engineers also working in the same environment. Okay, in the same white collar and same AC room and the same system. Okay, so we have more job opportunities. Okay, then come back to the V cycle. Okay, once if it is the vehicle is ready, they used to make n number of prototypes. They have some set of rules for making prototype. Then finally they used to go for manufacturing. Manufacturing in the sense that is a final vehicle which we are going to get it. Okay. Then it come to the market. Okay. Then we used to sell it. Then again we need of engineers where we need to get a feedback from the customers. Exact feedback. When we try to fine tune the design, we need to get. So somebody used to say that it continuously gives sound on some area. Okay, it is a general term, but as engineers we need to identify what is the reason for the sound or noise. We need to rectify the design, redesign it, and we need to optimize it. Okay. Then we have another area. It is called after sales and service. Okay, we need to follow the customers. Okay, we need to give a best service to the customers. Then only the customer will get and maintain it. Okay. So as you said, the what we call the name of the company plays a main role. Okay, if you are giving a correct product, they used to come to us. Okay, it is a role of engineers. We have a lot of I'm seeing a lot of innovations on the area. Okay, continuously they used to follow us, and of course here where they are using artificial intelligence, okay, data science. Okay, they used to get a customer's feedback and continuously they used to monitor us. Okay, they know what we like. Okay, more than us they know very well based upon the data what we are using, what kind of surfing on the mobile. They can predict us what we used to like. The big team working behind it. Okay, from that we will get it. Okay, and the data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Nowadays we are, in the field of automobile engineering, we need more data science engineers skills. And my point of view is, if I am a mechanical engineer and automobile engineer, along with the knowledge on the computer science, I will get more job opportunities. That's why most of the universities nowadays start to offering the main course on the mechanical stream and minor course on the computer science and electronic engineers. So when you are coming out, you will get 2 degrees. One is on the main degree, okay, that is on one stream, and another stream with your specialized area. So it will give a more opportunity to get a job. Okay. So as per my experience and understanding, if you have a mechanical engineering degree with computer science or electronic engineering minor degree, you will get more job opportunities and of course good package also. So end of the day, all of us moving towards get a job. End of the day, we need to get a job. Okay. So for that, we supposed to fix, what is our goal. Okay, where I supposed to get placement. Okay, once if you fixed, it will happen. Okay, so always I believe, you focus on the process, not on the result. So there is a famous book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. He always used to tell, you focus on the process, not on the result. You focus on the process, you will get all opportunities. Yeah, I hope I answered all the questions. And if you have any questions, please. You don't have any questions? And safety is the most important factor in the vehicles. Okay. In older days, where we used to go with cart, okay, and where we have soldiers. And nowadays, the vehicle itself have the safety systems. Okay, so we have 2 kind of safety systems. One is passive safety, and another is active safety. Active safety is a kind of safety system which we use to avoid the accidents. It is kind of preventive maintenance, preventive system. Passive safety is something like a airbag or seat belt. Okay, accident has happened. Okay, now we need to safeguard the human. Okay, we need to work it on. That is called passive safety. So where we have a number of sensors which will take care of the human. We need to save the human life, not the vehicle. That's why if you look at the vehicle and the roadsides, something like crushed. Okay, but we will save the people by allowing to crush the vehicle. That is called the concept called crumple zone. Intentionally, we used to allow the vehicle to crush and save the human. That means it will absorb the energy, okay, and save the human by using the airbag, seat belt, and all those things. We will save the human. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. And you're supposed to continue the activities, and whenever you need a help, please let me know. So we will help you at any time to go with some of the activities. At least a couple of questions.
So what is the most interesting part about the job?
What is the most interesting part about the job?
Most interesting part about the job?
I didn't get.
Automobile.
Automobile?
Interesting part in automobiles.
I didn't get you. Most important.
Most important part.
Most important part of the vehicle.
Interesting part in automobiles.
Okay. It is engine. It is the heart of the vehicle. So where we convert the chemical energy into mechanical energy.
No sir, interesting part.
Interesting?
Part. The interesting part.
Interesting part of the vehicle or
No. Automobiles. Career.
career? For me, teaching. For me, it is teaching. In this career, so as I said, we have different areas. Okay, design. Okay, then we have something like manufacturing engineering and sales and after sales. Okay, so based upon our skill set, we will get an opportunity. Am I answered your question? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yes. It is up to you. It is about your passion. Okay. we have a more job opportunities based upon your skill set. You can select it. Okay, for me, teaching, though I finished my UG and PG in automobile engineering, I selected teaching. Intentionally, I selected teaching to interact people like you. Though my father don't like this, he want to become an brake inspector. So of course we have more job opportunities in government sector also. You know the brake inspectors? No? So we have even you can evolve up to road and regional transport officer. I have some of my students are working as a brake inspector and RTOs. Okay, and of course where we have workshops for government vehicles. So where we have more job opportunities as service engineers. In government also we have more job opportunities for automobile engineers. As I said, the at least per year, total strength of 60, 10 to 15 girls used to enter into the automobile engineering. At least 15 girls. Okay, I know, I witnessed. First they used to get placed. Then only the boys enter into this. That is a scenario available now. You have girls have a good opportunity over there, and of course where you have less competition. So most of the girls used to go for computer science engineering and electrical engineering, and those who are coming to the automobile engineering, they have I witnessed they have more guts. They used to survive in any situation. So you people have more job opportunity now. Yeah.
This EV is the future of automobiles.
Of course, there is no doubt. So already the industry is moving towards the EV, and you can find most of the electric two-wheelers over in the roads, and three-wheelers almost penetrated. Not in Tamil Nadu, but in other states, something like Gujarat or in Delhi, you can find a lot of electric three-wheelers. And nowadays, you can witness four-wheelers are penetrating. Okay. It is a government policy, nearly 2030, at least 20 to 30% of vehicles will be electric. So the EV technology is not new for us. It is an older technology. In the 18th century itself, it is invented. So some of the reasons behind EV not developed. One is the battery technology what we are having. Okay. Then second one is the charging time. Okay, it will take more time to charge. Okay. So nowadays we are evolving in the battery technology also. We are using lithium-ion batteries. Okay, where we have a more power to weight ratio and we have a more energy density and power density. Then we are we developed in the charging technology also. Nowadays we have a fast charging. Okay, it will take a minimum of 20 minutes to charge the 80% of the battery. It is more than enough to drive the vehicle. So we have two bottlenecks. One is battery technology, another is charging technology. Now we are evolving on this. Shortly we will get more electric vehicles in the roads, and of course the buses also running in the Chennai city. Switch motors develop the vehicle, and of course it is possible only. So for that, you people invent lot, okay, on the side, and it is basically chemistry. If you have the basic knowledge on the battery, it is possible to invent the batteries, new technologies in the battery. A lot of engineers working on that. Shortly we will get on the best market for the EV.
But I have a doubt, sir. Sir, but in creating a lithium battery, it will pollute more, no, sir?
So again, how we are developing the battery determines this. For example, always we used to tell electric vehicles are green vehicles. Okay, but from where we are getting a source determines this. Normally we used to call this as well-to-wheel pollution. Okay. For example, if we are charging the battery with the solar source, that is okay, green engine. But again, if we are using a crude oil or coal, obviously it will emit. And we have most of the OEMs are working on recycling of the battery. So if you develop the technology for recycling, then it will be okay. Comparatively, it will be okay. Okay, I hope I done. If you have any questions, at any time you can approach me through SAR. Okay, I'm always ready to help you people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your. Yeah, we used to have open day. At the time, we'll let you know through SAR. You are all welcome to visit MIT. And before that, if the founders and the faculty can visit any time.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now it's time to hear from other co-founder of this dream. I call upon Ritu Nandan to share his words.
I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected chief guest, Mr. Vasanthan sir, for taking time and motivating us with your inspiring words. A special thanks to our principal, Shivasakti Balan sir, for encouraging this initiative, and to our club in charge, Preeti ma'am, for mentoring us and helping shape our ideas into reality. To our teachers, student members, and everyone who contributed making this day possible. Thank you all for coming.
Trip without a map. To take us through the exciting action plan, let's invite Bharat once again.
Okay, so we have a 15-week action plan. On week 1, we are going to have a cycle workshop. It was suggested by our principal sir. In this, we will be getting practical knowledge from cycle mechanics on how to repair a cycle on our own for emergency. And on week 2, we are going to go back in time and visit how car technology was initiated. And week 3, we are going to have a career guidance program on what are the various job opportunities and how many fields can you enter through this automobile industry. And on week 4, we are going to look into the functioning of an engine. And week 5, we will be concentrating on transmission, what are the types and basic working of a transmission. And on week 6, we are going to visit our transport area and practically gain knowledge on how a engine works on a bus. And in week 7, we are going to look on various engine layouts and types of chassis used in an automobile. And on week 8, we are going to look into the chemical part of the automobile industry, fuels, and what are the alternative of the basic and conventional fuel. And on week 9, the students will be giving their seminar on topics given to them on the week 8. And on week 11, we are going to look into car safety standards, which is most important in an automobile. And on week 12, as Sir said, if chance is given, we will be visiting MIT campus. And on week 13, we are going to look into Formula 1, which is a prestigious motorsport, and what are its rules, regulations, and how to get into it. And week 14, we are going to see how to repair a car and how to identify a problem based on the noise or any malfunction taking place. And on week 15, week 15 is the last class. And on week 15, we will be combining all of the knowledge we gained during these 14 weeks and conduct a project.
Laying us down with a clear roadmap. To officially hit the brakes with gratitude, I request Ritu Nandan to deliver the
Thank you all for gathering here. Today is an auspicious day for everyone, for us actually. So we thank our chief guest, Mr. Vasanthan sir, for spending his time to come to us, and our principal sir. Thank you for initiating this process actually. I and Bharat are really appreciate this thing from you.
As the engine cools down and today's event comes to a close, remember, this is not just an end of the ride, it's the start. On behalf of the Automobile Club, thank you all once again for being the part of this inauguration today. Until next time, keep your ideas filled and your spirits charged. And with this, I'm Saujanya, your host, signing off from today's event. Drive safe, keep your seatbelts fastened, And may your future plans and journeys always be smooth without any speed breakers in between. Remember, every great car begins with the ignition, just like every great journey begins with an idea. So have an idea and let's drive it forward together. Thank you all for joining this inaugural ceremony with us, and thank you so much for your precious time spent with us. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Technology is what is being used in the automobile industry. Thanks, wonderful thing. And friends, one more suggestion I have. If you have any idea related to automobile industry and functioning and process and other thing, you can share it with us. Then we can get the help of our professor. Then we can do something, prototype or whatever the thing, and you can patent your ideas too. So as sir was pointing out, if you patent your ideas, you will get a royalty throughout the lifetime. Okay, right. Thank you all.